Happy Pride Month. Very important. All you. We love you, beautiful people. JD, why don't you tell them about the podcast?
We have a podcast going now. It's called Questies. You can find it on pretty much everywhere you can find podcasts. There's 3 up right now. Had to take a few weeks where I wasn't uploading them because I just didn't have time. I'm getting more days off now. They should be more regular now.
Time's important for this thing.
Yeah, the podcast takes quite a while to edit and get through. So
also, we have a Patreon that we created.
Yeah, it's down there somewhere.
Yeah, it's patreon.com/VaderChance. Easy peasy. I'll put it right there too. Boom, look at that magic.
Just, to help with me having to take days off to do this and stuff like that. So if you want to support us and stuff, you can do that. You also get these little cool Vader Chance buttons for your first month. So we'll be sending those and everything.
Yeah. Only 1 tier. You can
For
help
now.
out. That's awesome. If not, don't worry about it. We just appreciate you watching stuff.
Yeah.
JD.
Hit me.
Do you like Gundam and Mechs and stuff?
I love Gundam. I've actually been watching 00 and I need to start Seed again.
Do you like D&D? Like 4th edition?
4th edition was the best edition. Don't at me. We're going to fight about it.
What if I told you there was an RPG that brought both those together?
I know. I told you about this one.
Yeah, it's called Lancer.
It's called Lancer.
Yeah.
Big splash screen. Yeah, Lancer is really cool.
What is it?
Lancer is exactly what we just said. It's Gundam and mech stuff meets 4th edition D&D. It's set in space. The world is still here, but pretty much no longer inhabited, and everybody chooses to live elsewhere. This is like thousands upon thousands of years after a apocalyptic Earth event, and the colonies all died, and this is us re-exploring space and getting out and redoing stuff.
But what is a Lancer?
A Lancer is the best of the best of the best of the best, sir.
Yeah, with honors.
Yep, like you said, you're a mech pilot, and
You're the cream of the crop.
yep, you're like Top Gun. You
You're
are
the-
Maverick.
Yeah, you're the chosen elite.
So within this game, there's some really cool things that we want to talk about, kind of give everybody an idea of what this game's about. So right,
You should play it.
it's pretty rad.
It's really cool.
I'm gonna have to bleep that, but that's fine. So right off the bat, we're getting right into it. You've got cinematic role playing, super awesome stuff. It's actually very reminiscent to like City of Mist in the way it's handled.
City Mist outside of combat.
Yep. And by that, we're talking about like kind of like the power tags. Your character has what they call triggers, and when you're making a roll or a check or something like that, and you have this skill essentially that you can apply to it, you get bonuses to your rolls and stuff like that.
Yeah, and if the enemies have something and you're in role play and that kind of stuff, you get negatives that way too.
You can even argue that your trigger would hinder you here and get
right,
negatives
and
that way too.
it's very fluid, very fast, very cinematic. But then you get into combat and it goes full tactical, full movement, full grid.
Yeah.
The difference between this and 4th edition that I've seen so far, this uses a hex grid.
This is true.
That's really the biggest
And
difference.
this is, well, you can also have combat within the cinematic stuff, and it's really easy pass fail. But
Yeah.
once you get to like the D&D 4th edition stuff, that's when we're in Mechs, and we're going to get there in a little bit. So within this game, pertaining to the combat that we just mentioned, you're also going to have these Mechs, and these Mechs are made by a total of 5 different manufacturers.
I thought it was 4.
It's 4 plus 1 because you have the Walmart
We
brand.
don't count that one.
But it's technically 5. And the 5th one that he's kind of making a joke about is like the generic one,
There's only one of those.
and it's
though.
only 1 level too.
Yeah,
but it's like everybody's first bicycle.
It's true. It's true.
So you've got the 4 manufacturers, total of 29 mechs in this game. Within these 29 mechs, each one of these manufacturers that he was talking about, the primary 4, is going to have 7 individual mechs.
The formal governments answer to these big 4 corporations, and they control pretty much everything.
And you use these things and you fight.
Yeah. Tell them about the generic Sam's Choice, Walmart, Dollar General brand.
So you've got the Dollar General brand here. It's a GMS, or General Massive Systems. It is the first license level you get. It's license level 0 technically, and it is your entry level mech that's going to have some very basic abilities, and it's very balanced. As you progress through this game, you unlock new license levels, which will let you get more gear and more mechs.
Following that one, the first one of the big 4 is IPS North Star. These are your tanky boys.
Yeah.
I'm going to hold this, and you're never going to get me out of this position.
I'm going to get up in your face. I'm going to slam. I'm going to grapple. These mechs kind of really almost play like a class. because each one of these different
Right.
mechs are going to have different kind of like specialities kind of thing.
And there's some big, I believe, if I remember right, there's some big heavy gunner ones in this one too. But most of this is just being the big tanky boy.
And then you've got Horus, which is going to be kind of like your battlefield lockdown and status giver. This would be for anybody that's kind of familiar, kind of like, I mean, I'll use a term. It's kind of like the wizard-esque thing back in the day when you've got your lockdowns, your stuns. JD, what's HA?
HA is these are your techie guys more so. Like these are your controlling your heat systems, controlling energy attacks, big range, that kind of stuff. These are your super advanced ones.
These are the advanced ones too, for sure. Your range guys that are gonna kind of like play from the backfield, let you do some really hard stuff. And the heat in this game, think of it very much as like a system. You get too much heat, things start to shut down.
I can't remember if it's them or Horus, but one of them has a lot of cloaking in it as well.
So that's going to be the sneaky boys, actually. So those are going to be the Smith Samano Corpo, SSC for short. And those are the quick, fast, sneaky guys. Invisibility in this game is super dope because it's really 2 checks.
It's really strong.
So you have to flip a coin to see if your sensors can even pick up that you're invisible. And then if you succeed in the coin flip, then you have to make basically a sensor check to see if you can pick up on it. It's so good.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Smith Samano is also your super agile melee. These are your guys who get in real quick, hit a few times, get back out melee too.
It's rogues, man.
Dude, I am all about the Smith Samano.
Yeah, they're dope. They're like the ninja-esque ones, and I'll put some images up so you can see something because they're pretty rad.
So the way this works, you start on LL0 with the Everest that comes from the GMS, General Massive Systems. Every mission you go on, you rank up another LL. You get access to a new tier. You get access to new mechs, new gear, and more customization.
There is always progression in this game, and this is one of the things that's super dope about it. So let's say you got on a mission or a quest or whatever you want to call it, and you win, you succeed, you get your license level. You fail,
you still get a license level.
So you can basically tank up and go back in and kick some more ass. And this is going to move on to some heavy customization. So for people that are all about min-maxing and stuff, this is where this game really kind of stands out to us. As you start to gain these license levels, what makes your Lancer so special is being able to take these different manufacturers and throw these different items and stuff onto individual mechs. So you can get really heavy into like some min-maxing type stuff here.
Most of your main stats come from your frame core.
Exactly. And the attacks and damage and stuff come from the weapons.
Come from the weapons. As long as your core is there, you can take weapons and pieces from other stuff and combine and make this really cool, awesome thing, which is, I really want to make a stealthy boy who's always in stealth and always doing melee stuff and just in and out constantly.
Yep. Or like a tanky boy that just for shits and giggles is playing ranged.
Or a sniper that can fly.
Because flight's a real thing in this game.
And with cloak.
Yeah.
But the next few videos are going to be a deep dive on Lancer and stuff that we've already mentioned. Don't forget about the podcast. If you like us, want to support us, don't forget about the Patreon. All this stuff will be down there below. Find us on our socials. And we'll see you in a week.
Till next time, stay awesome, be excellent, and love each other. We're out.
See ya.